Iran begins cloud seeding to induce rain amid historic drought. Iran's driest fall in 50 years. Chemical weather modification to the rescue. Greetings, fellow observers. Commander Zix here with breaking news from Earth, where Iran apparently sprayed chemicals into clouds to induce rain after experiencing the driest autumn in 50 years. Authorities conducted cloud seeding operations over Urmia Lake Basin on Saturday, injecting silver iodide and salt into clouds via aircraft. Translation: humans spent decades mismanaging water resources, over-extracting groundwater, and building dams without permits. Then deployed weather modification technology as an emergency solution. You can't make this up. So here's what really happened. Iran's meteorological organization reported rainfall decreased 89% compared to long-term averages, making this the country's 5th consecutive year of drought. President Masoud Pezeshkian warned last week that without rainfall, Tehran's 10 million residents could face water rationing or evacuation. Dams in Tehran, West Azerbaijan, East Azerbaijan, and Markazi provinces sit at single-digit percentage water levels. Meanwhile, Lake Urmia, once the Middle East's largest salt lake with thriving hotels and restaurants, had dried into a vast salt bed with rusted boats sitting immobile on land. But apparently, decades of warning signs were insufficient motivation for infrastructure reform. Simple water bankruptcy. Completely predictable. Let me paint this picture for you, space observers. Mohammed Mehdi Javandiyazadeh announced cloud seeding operations will continue until mid-May using aircraft or drones. Scientists estimate that favorable conditions can boost precipitation 5 to 15%, though results vary wildly and remain difficult to measure. Over 90% of Iran's water goes to agriculture, with inefficient irrigation methods. The country built dam diversion projects without permits, disrupting ecosystems and draining lakes. Experts emphasize the problem is systemic corruption and mismanagement, not just climate change. Yet officials blame nature and deploy chemical weather modification. The irony is absolutely stunning. But wait, it gets better. Hundreds gathered at mosques on Friday, performing traditional Salat al-Istiqa, prayers for rainfall. Energy Minister Abbas Ali-Badi threatened to cut electricity to households filling swimming pools. The former Tehran mayor called the evacuation proposals a joke. Some rainfall occurred in western provinces on Saturday, with the first snowfall at northern ski resorts, so Iran experienced decades of overpumping agricultural expansion and infrastructure neglect, then deployed simultaneous strategies including cloud chemistry, religious rituals, punishment threats, and political arguments. Apparently, comprehensive water management was never considered. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. Humans invented sustainable water practices, understood aquifer depletion risks, possessed technology for efficient irrigation, and then ignored everything for decades while building unauthorized dams and expanding farms. Lake Urmia dried completely. Zayandeh Rud stopped being a permanent river. Northwest regions face expanding salt storms, yet solutions focus on chemical cloud manipulation instead of addressing systemic corruption. This is Commander Zix reminding you that while Earth possesses complete understanding of water conservation, it prefers emergency weather modification after catastrophic resource exhaustion. Apparently, prevention is unpopular on this planet.